So this is the first episode in a series called Teaching Ben to Code. The objective of this series is to teach my friend Ben how to become a web developer. We'll be starting from absolute zero, assuming that you know nothing about coding or web development. The programming languages that we'll be using in these videos to learn web development are React and Typescript. Now you may or may not know what those languages are, but as of right now that doesn't matter because we'll be starting from the very beginning. What we'll need first is an IDE. Now IDE is what programmers use to write their code into their computers. An IDE that I like to use is VS Code. VS Code is a free IDE made by Microsoft. So if we type in VS Code into your web browser, the first thing that should come up is this website. We'll click the download link. If you're on a Windows machine, you'll want to click this big blue button. If you're on a Mac, obviously you want this one. I'm going for Windows since that's what I'm on. So now that it's finished downloading, we'll click this button here. What we want to do is accept terms and conditions. Next, next, next. Make sure that add to path is selected. Next, install. Once that's finished, we'll leave the Launch Visual Studio Codes selected and click Finish. Now this will open up VS Code for us. Now that that's done, we can go back to Google or whatever web browser you're using and search for Node.js. This website should be the first one to show up in your list. We'll click this download link again. So Windows here, Mac here. I'm going for Windows again. When that finishes downloading, we'll click this button down here. It should open up the installer. We'll click Next. Accept the terms in this license agreement. Next. 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 We'll check this automatically install the necessary tools because it will install Chocolatey for us, which is really helpful in running terminal commands that we don't quite understand yet. We'll click Next. Install. You will need admin access for this, and it will prompt you, and just click Yes. And when that finishes, you just click the Finish button. It's going to open up this terminal for us. Click inside there and press Enter, or any other key if Enter doesn't work. Again, you'll be prompted. You'll select Yes. You can't see that on my screen. Once it's done doing its business, we can close the terminal. It will be a little bit confusing because it doesn't explicitly say that it's done. It will just hang there, but you can just close it when you're confident that it's finished doing what it's doing. Now, a way to check that Node.js has been installed correctly is to go into VS Code, close it, open it back up again, so we need to reset everything. Click on Terminal, then click New Terminal, close this guy if you get it, and then type node space -v. Now that should come up with your version number. If you're watching this in the future, you'll probably have a higher version number than this. That's irrelevant, it doesn't matter. As long as you have a version number, it means that Node is installed correctly. Now from here, we're ready to code. But we're not going to start from scratch. We're going to install a template project. The one that we're going to use is Create React App with TypeScript. Now again, this should be the first one to show up. I'll link them in the description so you can find them nice and easy anyway. We'll grab this first line of the installation script, copy it, or right-click copy, open up your terminal again in VS Code, and then we can right-click, it should paste for us, or Control-V, then press Enter, and it will build our template project for us. Now this is going to take quite a long time, so be patient. So now that it's all installed, we have to direct to the project that we've created. So we can do this through the terminal by typing in cd// my app. My app is the name of the project that we just created. We can do it this way through the terminal, or we can do it manually by clicking File, clicking Open Folder, and then searching for the My App folder manually. Once you've found it, click on it, press Open, and you should see this. Now on the left side, we can see all of the files in that project, and in these guys here are more files, so these are folders. The only file that we do care about right now is app.tsx, which is under source, or src. So here we see a bunch of stuff that we probably don't understand right now, and what we want to do is get rid of all of this stuff, all of the header stuff, and then get rid of the logo line. We keep these two in, and then we want to click Control S or go to File, click Save. And then we're going to hover over Terminal and click New Terminal. And in here now we can run npm space start, and that will start the project for us using Node. That will automatically open up a web browser window for you and redirect to React app. As you see, it's a completely blank page. If we go back into VS Code, in between these two divs, we can type whatever we want. Hello world. Click Save again. File, Save, or Control S is the easiest way. And now we can see Hello World in our web page. So that will do it for this episode. Now next episode we'll go into the basics of HTML and CSS. And you probably don't know what that means right now. That's fine, you'll learn there.